right time.
Yeah, okay. Welcome to the Riverside Country Club. I'm Kevin Kyle. Today with me is Terry Roach. We're here for Draw 3 of the New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts, brought to you by 360 Live, powered by Bell Alliant. Today's feature game, we have Team Cousins versus Team Quillian. Team Cousins is at 0-2. Team Quillian is at 1-1. It's a 16-round robin, Terry, so certainly at 0-2. Got to get on the win train, get back in this thing.
Absolutely, Kevin. The Cousins team are 0-2, but they've had a couple of good games and certainly given the opposition some good competition. And I would say this afternoon's game will be could be anybody's ball games, no matter making shots and executing. So we should be in for a good game.
Yeah, so we got two other games on this draw that we'll be following. On sheet 3, battle of the 2-0 teams, Team Crawford versus Team Malay. So both teams out of the gate with 2 wins. On sheet 1, we have Team Como. It's at 1-1. We're playing Team Levesque, who's also at 0-2. So again, another 0-2 team that's important for them to get a win, get on the board. So in our feature game, Team Cousins will have the hammer by virtue of the draw to the button in practice.
Yeah, the Cousins is a local team from Thistle St. Andrews, skipped by Karen Cousins. And, the maid is Ashley Cormier, lead is Rachel Brewer, and the second is Sarah Durley.
Yeah, Team Quillian, Sylvie Quillian at skip, Melissa Adams at third, Nicole Bishop at second, and Kendra Lister at lead. Team Quillian has a 5th player, Jacqueline Tingley, and they have long-time coach Ellery Robichaud.
Yeah, the game's underway. Cousins has the hammer in the first end based on a draw to the button. Pre-game, they were looking for a draw into the 4-foot, the Quillian team, but the rock has slipped to the back 8-foot. Looks like Karen's going to play a hit on that to keep it clean in the first end.
Yeah, 10-end game. This typically we see teams throw that first one in and run a couple ends off the boards, and then quickly get into it. So Rachel Brewer for her Team Cousins. Rachel actually started her curling here at Riverside many years ago. She's in her first year of arts at UMBSJ.
Yeah, her first shot is a hit and roll out, so Sylvie's looking for another ideal draw to the top 4-foot from her lead stone.
Kendra Lister, she curls out of the Capital Winter Club. Kendra's a senior internal auditor with social development.
Looks like it has plenty of weight. The sweepers are just standing back, keeping an eye on the stone, and hoping it'll stop in front of the tee line, ideally. Yeah, very nice draw by Kendra. Right to the button. Another hit being called by Karen here to keep it fairly clean.
So Rachel Brewer, her second shot here in the first end.
They're going to get a little hit and roll over to the 8-foot, Kevin. Nice shot to change the ice on the next shot by the Quillian team.
Yeah, in our last couple of draws, we've noticed the teams are struggling a little bit making those perfect hit and rolls, just trying to find that right combination of line and weight.
Good looking shot here by the Quillian team. It's going to be a hit and stick on the tee line in the 8-foot.
Yeah, great shot there from Nicole Bishop. Nicole curls out of Curl Moncton. She's the Executive Director and Registrar for the New Brunswick Association of Dietitians. Sarah Durley, TSA Curling Club. She's a supply chain manager at Moosehead Breweries. Possibly the contact for their Moosehead sponsorship.
Good hit and stick by that shot. Curling fans aren't always excited about these clean early ends, Kevin, where they're not throwing any guards up and being aggressive at this point. The teams are just getting their comfort zone in place and playing a little conservative, and they'll certainly be aggressive and looking for opportunities as the ends progress.
Yeah, so it looks like Nicole got that one started a little bit.
Yeah, Karen's just going to call a draw to the other side of the rings now and have the Quillian team face two stones.
So Sarah Durley with her second stone here in the first end. Just trying to split the rings. So again, just a conservative play here. Could have thrown a corner guard here, Terry, and been a little more aggressive with hammer, but opting to keep it open.
Yep. Well, if they I guess this one is going to dig into the back rings, but if they make all their future shots, they've got a 2-ender set up at this point. They did have a hammer, Kevin, as we know.
So Ms. Melissa Adams getting set for her first stone. Melissa is the National Operations Specialist at the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. Former Canadian Junior and World Junior Champion with a skip.
Nice shot there by Melissa. Just a little hit and roll to the outside edge of the 8-foot. Changes the shot up a little bit for Karen.
So Karen Cousins getting ready to throw. Her home club is Thistle as well. Director of Marketing and Innovation Communications at Moosehead Breweries.
Very nice hit and roll in, but it does bunch the rocks up a little bit, Kevin, for a possible double. But if they do make the double, they'd most likely lose their shooter. Got to slash it across on the upturned side of the rock.
So this, Mike Martin, our statistician for this draw, so we'll be providing some updates on the stats. Thank you, Mike. I think this matchup at third is going to be critical. So Melissa Adams trying to make this yellow rock go away.
Yeah, looks like she might hit and roll in front of the rock at the back 12-foot, which she did. It's going to make it a little more challenging for the Cousins team to remove and keep two rocks in play.
So Karen Cousins with her second stone here in the first end. Sweepers working this one, trying to avoid the jam. They get the dead jam there, Terry.
They did. They did indeed. So now the Quillian team has a chance to hit and stick this and make the Cousins team face two.
We'd like to thank its partners, Kruger Products, makers of Scotties, Papa John's Pizza, Sims Home Hardware, and the province of New Brunswick. So Sylvie Quillian with her first shot. Sylvie recently married, so everyone recognizes her as Sylvie Robichaud. Four-time provincial Scotties representative. So looking for number 5 here this weekend.
Yeah, good looking shot by Sylvia here. A good hit and stick to make the Cousins team face 2 red rocks now.
She has to be considered one of the favorites here this weekend, Terry.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. With her experience and track record in the past of winning competitions. So they're definitely one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the event based on past play.
So Ashley Cormier with her first shot here with hammer in the first end.
Yeah, obviously Ashley and Karen must switch their team up a little bit because the team is actually known as the Cousins team, but Karen right now is throwing third rock with Ashley holding the broom and throwing the skip rock. So they must flip back and forth a little bit based on comfort and how they're playing individually.
Ashley plays out of the Thistle St. Andrews Curling Club, and she's in her second year of Bachelor of Arts at UNBSJ.
They're quite a new team into the competitive ladies playing New Brunswick. They're 4 ladies that have been curling for quite some time, but mainly recreational play, and they've improved their game to the point where they've got into competitive ladies curling in New Brunswick, and they're doing very well and improving very nicely. Throwing some good-looking rocks out there. The deliveries look very good.
Ashley and Rachel have an extensive career at junior. They have actually they had a year left of junior eligibility, and they've both been to Canada Games. So Sylvie with Quillian here with their last shot in the first end.
She's going to want to hit and stick this as well and have the Cousins team face 2 rocks and be forced to hit and stick if they want to score a point.
Yeah, hit and stick against 2.
This rock's got a little curling to do. It might slide off the rings. And it does. Just slips off the back 12 foot, so the Cousins team can now play a blank. Preferably, they'd like to hit that red and roll away and keep the hammer and move into the second end with the score 0-0. Ready to deliver her rock now, the sin turn hit.
Maybe got that started just a little bit there, Terry.
I'm not sure, Kevin. It looks okay. Actually, it looks like it's going to curl up to the nose, so not going to get the blank that they'd hoped for. So they're going to take 1 to first end, and the score's now Cousins 1, Quillian 0 after 1 end of play.
So pretty open end there. We'll see how Sylvie approaches this end with a hammer.
Exactly. Both teams have an end under their belts, so they have a good feel for the speed of the ice and the curl, and certainly expect them to put more rocks in play as the game goes on.
The other 2 games on this draw are still playing the first end on Skip's rocks. So Ashley Cormier asking for the center guard.
Yeah, that's the first sign of aggression. Get that guard up. And
so Rachel Brewer with the being asked to put the guard up.
Needs a little bit of work, Kevin, on the weight side because they don't want the guard too long. Ideally, a foot or 2 right in front of the rings is perfect.
Yeah, we have a lot of curl here, so the guards do have to be tight.
That guard's a little offline and a little high. So Sylvie's going to try and come right under that and take advantage of that. Good chance for her to bury a rock and put some pressure on the Cousins team right away.
And Kendra Lister with her first shot here in the second end. So Kendra's been to the 2018 New Brunswick Scotties and was also the 2015 New Brunswick Mixed Champion.
Good draw by Kendra. Just a little on the deep side, to be honest, but it's in the rings. Ashley's not going to call an out-turn draw to come into the top 4 foot, I would think, in front of that red rock and use it for backing. It's a possible advantage.
So Sarah Durley. Oh, sorry, this is Rachel Brewer's second shot.
Good looking line on this, Kevin. It really breaks hard in the end, which is ideal. Because if you paper the guard, it's going to come right out on the other side. So this looks like a very fine shot.
Yeah, great shot there from Rachel Brewer.
That's exactly what they called it. Completely buried under the guard, top 4 foot. Now Sylvie has to deal with that. It's too early to peel the guard because the 5 guard rock free guard zone rule is in effect, so they can't start peeling guards until the 6 rock of the end.
So Sylvie looks like she just wants to play a little tap on it, just move that out of that perfect position.
Yeah, there's a good opportunity to do that. With the guard being so high, it's not too hard to get to that with a little bit of a heavy draw weight shot.
So Kendra Lister with her second shot here in the second end.
Nice looking shot here. If it curls enough in the end, she's certainly by the guard. She just has to play a little chip and roll. Good shot.
Yep.
Just tapped it into the open and stayed in the rings to sit number 2 and 3. That's exactly what they wanted.
Ashley's going to ask Sarah Durley to replace that rock right behind the guard. Seems to have lots of speed.
Yeah,
here.
this rock is a little on the warm side. There is backing there, so we're most likely going to tap something out and sit in the open. Two red stayed in play, but now Sylvie's going to attempt an in-turn hit on the yellow and roll under the guard for cover to sit 2. The yellow rock being the number 3 rock if they make the shot.
So Nicole Bishop, she's been to 2 Scotties and has been to 2 junior nationals.
Very nice shot by Nicole. Hit and roll is called. It rolled a little more than they had planned, but still it's in a really good position. Cousins team has to be careful with this because if they jam that red back on the yellow, it could be an opportunity for the Quillian team to have 3 or 4 yellows, or reds in them, excuse me, with the hammer. So, playing with fire here just a little bit. They are calling a draw freeze on this.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for the rocks to pile up. So Sarah Durley with her second stone here in the second end.
This rock appears to have lots of weight, Kevin, with not much of a handle on it. And that turned out to be kind of disastrous, to be honest, to be heavy and chip your own rock out of the rings. And now the Quillian team is going to be able to draw number 4 in the rings. If they draw it high in the rings, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the Cousins team, because Sylvie has hammer here. Could be a big opportunity.
Opportunity for Nicole Bishop to draw one in. Put a lot of pressure on.
Just rock to dig in a little bit. They don't want it deep, or they're going to
might give the Cousins an opportunity to get out of this.
Yeah, that was not really what they wanted. These Cousins can now hit this right on the nose or hit roll under a little bit and take away some of the Quillian team advantage. Even a tight guard would have been fine on that, Kevin, to protect the Reds that are currently in the rings. So we'll see if the Cousins team can take advantage of that slight error.
So Karen Cousins, their first shot here in the second end, trying to get the team out of trouble.
Just has some curling to do. A lot of weight on this hit. Well, she removed 2 Reds out of the rings. That's not a bad thing for them. Stayed for number 2.
Yeah, it was a good shot there from Karen. Not exactly as called, but as you said, I think the scorekeeper or stats keeper might be kinder on that shot. So Melissa Adams being asked to remove this yellow stone. Try to avoid the jam.
Yeah, well, it's a nice shot. Hitting stick, sitting 3. All the rocks are well spaced. Karen's going to try and go for the shot rock. It's fairly wide open if they can hit that and roll in slightly under the guard.
Again, another opportunity for Karen Cousins to help bail her team out of trouble here with a little flop behind that yellow guard.
It's got some serious curling to do here.
Yeah, just maybe a little bit too much weight in that situation.
Yeah, unfortunately, she overthrew that rock. I think she was pretty well on the broom, but not the weight that Ashley was expecting her to throw. The rocks will run a little bit like they do in most ice surfaces. If you overthrow them, you're not going to get that finish in the end that you're counting on. So he's going to throw an in-turn tight draw or top 12 shot to block that shot rock on the 4-foot and make it very difficult for the Cousins team here.
Yeah, this could force Ashley Carmian to trying to play a hit and roll off the other red in the 8-foot, or possibly trying to draw down and limit the damage.
There's a nice looking shot here by Melissa.
Yeah, great shot.
Karen's looking for a little hit and roll, but I don't know how much room there is, Kevin, to get to the inside of that shot stone. It's because of that draw that Melissa just threw in there to the top 4-foot.
Yeah, and at this point, I think for Team Cormier, it's about limiting the damage here. Not necessarily trying to score. Just try not to give up more than 2.
Yeah, she certainly doesn't want to give up a 4-ender. That would put the Quillian team in the driver's seat early. But there is lots of curling left.
Ashley Cormier with her first one without hammer.
Taking more ice. I'm obviously going to soften the weight. Much nicer weight carrying through, but they're still not getting a lot of curl here.
Yeah, Rachel's trying to carve it in.
Okay, Quilliam still sits 3. And there's nothing to work on that in-turn side wide. In terms of a hit, so good opportunity here for the Quilliam team to draw the rock into that red on the forefoot.
Sylvie, first shot here in the second end. She has hammer. And they know this path. The sweepers are on it early here, Terry.
Yeah, it was a little soft out of her hand. I'm doing split times, and that was a 4.02, which is typically a little soft. It's been running around a 390 into the tee line, which is really good speed ice. Our ice techs are doing an excellent job. Chris Tapley and Paul Cole and Vern Lister. So that would be a shot, Kevin, I'd call sort of a missing approach on the side. You put up a good guard to make it tough to get in there. Ideally, they wanted it into the rings, but at least they didn't come deep or chip that red and roll into the open and give Kaza's team more to work with. So,
by coming around the outside there and being short, if she had come around the other turn and left that short and left the center guard, that would have given the Cormier team a relatively easy opportunity to steal. So, it's one thing when I'm coaching the juniors, have them think about is, when you have that hammer, sometimes it's better to play around that outside. So if your player is short, you're not leaving guards up there for the opposition.
Yeah, Ashley, is really hoping for a hit and roll in here underneath that shot rock. Make it as hard as possible for Sylvie to score multiple points.
Yeah, really nice control weight here from Ashley Cormier with her last one. Looks like she's just going to get the hit and stick.
Yep, she's going to give Sylvie a wide open hit and stick for a 3-ender, which is not something she had hoped for, but.
Sylvie's going to change it up here and throw an in-turn hit at this one.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. They played. There's been 2 or 3 hits played down there, not out-turn wide side, and they've seen how the ice runs, and now they're going to change the turn. But obviously, they're comfortable with this.
You know, from our experience playing here, that this is actually a difficult hit to make with so much curl from the middle out. The broom and the weight really have to be in sync.
She threw it well. We'll see if they call the right ice. I think she's looking pretty good, Kevin.
Yep.
She's got to do.
Team likes it.
No, fine shot by Sylvie Quillian for a 3-ender in the second end to go up 3-1 in this game against the Cousins team from Thistle St. Andrews.
We have some updates on our other sheets. So on sheet 1, Team Como scored 2 in the first, had a 2-0 lead. And on sheet 3, Team Crawford took 2 in the first down, and they have a 2-0 lead up on Team Malay. Lots of curling left. You're watching the New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of the Hearts, brought to you by 360 Live, powered by Bell Lion. I'm Kevin Kyle, and with me is Terry Roach. I come to you from the Riverside Country Club in Rothsay, New Brunswick. So Sylvie with the 3-1 lead looks like she's asking Kendra to come into the rings.
Yeah, if they come into the top 4 foot, you're probably going to see some corner guards go up by the Cousins team because they need to generate some offense. And the time of being conservative is over, I would say. They need points and get back into this game.
So Kendra Lister through 2 ends of plays, currently 94%. It's like what you'd like to see out of your lead, Terry?
Yes, very nice numbers, Kevin.
Rachel Brewer being asked to throw corner guard. Rachel's also curling 94% in the first 2 rounds, so great start out of both these leads.
Peeking over here at sheet 2 or sheet 3, Kevin, there's a high pressure tap shot by Sarah Mallet to try and score, but it looks like the Crawford team is going to steal 3 reds to go up 5-0 over Sarah Mallet after 2 ends.
Yeah, so early advantage to the Crawford team, but still lots of curling left. That's where team is team. You just got to regroup, so get our 2 back and try to claw our way back.
Absolutely. There is lots of curling left, but 5-0 is it's not a very pleasant deficit, but by no means is the game over. Sylvie asking for another guard. Tight center guard. The guard that rocked have got into the top 4 foot. Looks like a nice shot by Kendra. Curling in nicely. Really good position. Very nice shot.
Ashley's going to take advantage of the corner that Rachel just put up and ask Rachel Brewer to come around it.
Decent looking shot here, Kevin. Nice looking line. Finishing very nice under that corner guard. Very good shot by the Cousins team. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Just in front of the tee line. Oh, very good shot.
2 great shots there from Rachel Brewer. So both leads putting the rocks right where their skips have asked them to put them.
Exactly.
So it's going to make for a fun end for the fans. So Sylvie asking Nicole Bishop to put up another guard through 2 ends of play. Nicole Bishop is at 69%.
Looking for another guard out front here. A little higher than the previous rock throwing. Looks like they're going to go all out to try and steal here, Kevin.
Yeah, and Nicole Bishop puts that rock right where Sylvia was holding her broom. So Ashley looking at making a play on those reds now. So Sarah Durley, she's at 63% through the first 2 ends. So a tight battle there for the seconds. Being asked to make a play on that top red.
This rock's a little on the wide side with a lazy handle. They may not. No, they're not going to get anything with this shot, Kevin. That's going to be a disappointment to not open it up a little bit. Sylvie's going to put another guard out.
Now the wall's going up here. So a little discussion there, but cooler heads prevailed. I'm going to go with a skip's call. So another guard into the fray.
Just looking over on sheet 1, Kevin, the Levesque team is in quite a hole as well after 2 ends. They're down 5-0 against the Como team.
Yeah, so a steal of 3 there for Como. So nice guard there, made by Nicole Bishop. So looks like Sarah Durley is going to be asked to clean this front up a little bit. You got to be careful. Those red rocks are lined up to jam onto that lonely yellow rock in there.
It's a little risky.
Just as long as she doesn't hit it on nose or across the face, she should be good. Well, that looks much better for the Cousins team.
Yes, at least they've removed all the red guards, and there's 2 yellow guards out front now that could be usable. And it looks like red is sitting shot and number 3 in the rings, and the yellow on the edge of the 4-foot is number 2 at this point.
So I talked about the matchup at Mate being one for us to watch during this game. Through 2 ends, most Adams at 100%.
Sylvie's icing for another tight guard or a top 12-foot shot. Trying to protect those 2 reds that are in play.
So long as she doesn't want to chip off that yellow guard.
I think she's well by that, Kevin. Coming right into the top 8-foot to provide another really good guard on that rock on the 4-foot. Fine shot.
Yeah, great shot there from Melissa. So that'll keep the numbers at 100%. And Karen Cousins getting ready to throw. So Karen is at 56% through 2 ends. So advantage to Team Quillian there at the mate position. So Ashley Cormier's going to ask Karen Cousins to just run that yellow guard.
Not quite what she was looking for, but she did run her guard into one of the reds, so.
Yeah, so good result.
She's sitting number 2 and 4, possibly, Kevin?
It's hard to tell from this angle. to asking Melissa Adams to play the hit and roll off the center stand.
Good call. You want to keep the Yellows to a minimal quantity here to try and prevent them from scoring multiple points and getting back in the game.
Well, the Brushers working this one hard.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a nice little hit and roll. Very nice shot. Very nice. Yeah, a couple of pistols by Melissa there. They're lined up. If they can throw a heater down here, Kevin, just slightly inside nose, they could get a triple here.
Yeah, might get all three going.
They might even roll under cover.
So an opportunity here for Karen Cousins to bail out the team.
Overcurl slightly, but they might get a couple out of this. Yes, they did. They got a, yeah. Not a bad shot at all by Karen. She's got a Yellowstone buried for number 2 under 2 corners. And the red is on the 4 foot wide open, so Sylvie's got to be careful here.
So they're talking about either a guard, high, top 12, or coming around.
Well, they're going to throw the guard up, and that's fine, but they have to make it. They can't leave an opportunity for the Cousins team to come by it and tap that red out, or they're going to give up a 2 or 3 ender.
So through 2 ends, Sylvie Quillian was at 81%.
The room a little bit here.
So Sylvie's first rock here, the 3rd end, without hammer, trying to protect that red stone in the 4 foot.
Yeah, the line of this guard is very important. That's a pretty good shot. There is room, though, to paper that guard and play a back 12 shot and tap that red back. It's a tight shot, but I think it's there, Kevin.
Yeah, I think so, Terry. That's the amount of curl we've been seeing here. That little touch shot.
Even if she drew to it, just tapped it back 6 inches and kept the angle, she'd have a chance to fully remove it the next time, depending on what Sylvie does on her next rock.
So Ashley Cormier getting ready to throw her first shot here. She does have the hammer this end. Ashley's at 69% through the first 2 ends. Ashley's had a lot of tough shots so far.
Taking her time in the shot, Kevin, as she needs to. It's a very important shot. She can really get back into the game if she can pull this off. Get herself in position. She should have lots of weight for a tap. It's got to do some curling.
It should start to come after that hog line.
It's starting to come now, but I don't know what's going to... she's going to get a piece of it, Kevin.
Yeah.
She's going to get a piece. I didn't say she tapped it enough to sit shot rock, I think, Kevin.
Yeah, indication from the front end there, the broom's going up.
Sylvia's only option is an out-turn draw. If she can come into the top 4 foot, stay high for shot, she'll make it very difficult for the Cousins team to score.
So team percentages overall through the first 2 ends, Team Quillian was at 86% and Team Cousin was at 70%. About 4 feet of curl here, Terry. So Sylvie Quillian with her last shot here in the third end.
Good looking line. Should finish nicely in the end, and they need quite a bit of room at the hog line to get by that guard, and they do. Here comes Kevin. If she gets that into the top 4 foot. Well, looks like it's going to be slightly light, and it is, so chance for the Cousins team to tie this game up. If they can play a wide out-turn draw and just touch that 4 foot, they're going to get 2.
Yeah, so there's lots of room to do that. It's just going to put her further out there than the other teams have been. So a little different path. Out into some fresh pebble here. Sarah likes to see if they could maybe play a little hit on that yellow onto the red and maybe bring 3 into play.
I don't think so, Kevin. I think they better go for their 2.
Yeah, so
get that 4 foot bit and get out of there with a tie game. And there's no risk here.
No.
Worst case scenarios, they've got their 1. They'll be down 3-2, but no, they've got to take their point and try and get their second one and get out of Dodge.
So this is one just for the sweepers. Ashley Cormier with hammer here in the third end. Just needs to get just the edge of that 4 foot for 2.
Weight is close.
The weight's very close. That's very close.
It's a heck of an attempt. They might have their 2. We can't tell from here, but it was T-line weight. Just a matter if it curled enough to get close enough to that 4 foot to get their deuce. We will see in a minute as the score goes up.
No updates on sheet 1 and 3. Team Como still up 5-0 on Team Levesque, and Team Crawford up 5-0 on Team Malay. As we see the score go up here. So it looks like it was just the 1, Terry. So it's 3-2 Quillian, and Quillian will have hammer here in the 4th end.
Like Sarah Malley has a hit for 4 over there, Kevin, on sheet 3. I don't see any other rocks to come down the sheet after this one.
That looks like the hammer going down there, so that'll get her back in the game really quick.
Fine shot for a 4-ender.
Wow.
Puts her right back into that game with Crawford now leading 5-4 over Malley on sheet 3, Kevin.
Wow.
That's how fast things can turn around.
Probably, hopefully, Jennifer Armstrong, mate for Team Crawford, is listening so that he won't get have a heart attack when he hits the refresh button and see that 4 go up for the opposition. So Rachel Brewer being asked to put up the centerline guard here, and she does. So Rachel's been rock solid in the early going of this game. Yeah, just been through 3 ends. Both leads are at 96%.
Pretty solid numbers, Kevin. And that's a very important position. The leads are critical in placing rocks properly. When you call a guard, you need a guard. When you call a rock in the forefoot, you need a rock in the forefoot. If your weights are off, it really turns into a big help to the opposition.
Yeah, and so Kendra Lister has countered here with a great shot. Right to the forefoot.
Yep. A little wide. It's in the open.
This is similar to the way we saw the second end play out. So Rachel being asked to make a play on that red stone in the forefoot. Nice weight there from Rachel.
Nice looking shot coming in here, Kevin. See what kind of roll they get. Oh, beautiful roll. Beautiful shot. Little great control weight shot. Hit and roll into the forefoot, totally buried. Very nicely done.
So he's going to ask Kendra just again, we saw this in the second end where Rachel had one very perfectly behind, and Kendra made a nice shot just to tap it out into the open so that they could get at it later in the end.
And they can get at this one too, because the guard is a little on the high side, so they can clear it by 3 or 4 inches and get to that rock.
Super's working it hard to get it by.
And they did.
Yeah,
This should be very nice. Little tap, see how far it goes. Oh, yes. Excellent. Excellent shot by Kendra Lister.
So now Ashley Kirby is asking Sarah Durley to play a little freeze.
This rock is quite wide. It is starting to dig in and curl now, Kevin.
Yeah, that rock came back a long ways.
It's going to be a hair light, but it's certainly something they can use later in the end.
Yeah, controlling that top of the rings. So we'll be asking for that top rock to be removed. So he has hammer, so asking Nicole Bishop to clean up that front. Durley to put a little hit on this red stone.
I think she's got a good one here, Kevin.
Just very close. Just very close there.
She just cleared that guard and just pushed the red through and left her yellow on the back 12. Fine shot.
And so through the 3 ends, Sarah Durley's at 58%, and Nicole Bishop is at 71%. So Sylvie asking Nicole Bishop to double off these 2 yellow stones.
Yeah, very nice clean shot. Very clean double there.
Left the shooter as a guard, and Ashley Cormier's is going to use that.
She's going
to ask Karen Cousins to come around.
Fairly aggressive call with that red stone as close to the rings as it is.
So Karen Cousins at 71% through the first 3 ends.
This is looking like a tap on that red, which was the risk of this shot. Tap it in the rings. Now the Quillian team can put number 2 in under that yellow and be in a pretty good position, Kevin, to score 2 or more.
Yeah, Melissa Adams being asked to make that come around. Melissa's still at 100% through 3 ends. So Melissa's applying a lot of pressure.
This looks a little on the warm side, Kevin, which could be a big break for the Cousins team if it sails through. I'm afraid it has.
Guess she's got the commentator jinx. So actually asking Karen Cousins to remove this red stone. Here in the 4th end.
This has got some curling to do, Kevin. Hit and roll away. So Sylvie will attempt that same draw underneath the yellow. Try and bury it, or half bury it at least. They have the hammer, so they still have a good opportunity here.
Melissa gets an opportunity to play the same shot again. Sweepers
this one's not light either, Kevin.
Still watching this one come down.
I think she made some adjustment, but we'll see if she adjusted enough. She just hung on for shot rock at the back 12 foot. She's going to try and get shot rock in there now.
Update on sheet 1. Team Como stole one in the 3rd, so they have a 6-0 lead over Team Levesque. In our feature game, Ashley Cormier down one without hammer. Just try to bury one around that guard.
Should be pretty close weight on this one, Kevin. Line's a little wide at this point, but they should get some finish. Sweepers are working it hard. Nice weight, but they just didn't get the line they were hoping for, so it's going to be a good chance for Quillian actually to hit and roll under a little bit and sit 2.
Ashley's had great command of her draw weight here in this game early. got to find that right line. So Sylvie through 3 ends at 79%. Just going to play the hit here, try to avoid the jam. Sylvie Quillian, 3-2 lead. In the 4th end with hammer.
Curling up now. Looks like a fairly decent shot. Not exactly what they'd hoped for, but hit it a little bit too much on the wide side. Got the jam at the back. So now Cousins' team can actually hit and roll under and sit two under cover. So the table has turned.
So try and make this one go away. Curling would like to thank its partners, Kruger Products, makers of Scotties, Papa John's Pizza, Sims Home Hardware, and the province of New Brunswick.
Actually set to deliver her stone. Here it comes, Kevin. Looks like she put it out a little on the wide side. I don't think she's going to get a hit and roll under, but she might get half a rock on the outside and roll over to the 12-foot to sit three. That's exactly what she's done. So she's got Sylvie facing 3 yellow rocks, which is always a bit of a risky situation. She can't make any mistakes on this.
Yeah, so drawing for 1, looking at 3. So the overall percentages through the 3 ends was Team Cousins at 72% and Team Quillian at 86%. So slight edge to Team Quillian. So Sylvie Quillian with the hammer here in the 4th end. Drawing against 3.
380 split on this, Kevin. It's a little bit warm, but the sweepers are just dusting it. They feel confident, so. No, it's a fine shot for 1.
Yeah, so that'll be a 4-2 lead for Team Quillian after 4. We'll go to the 5th end. Team Cousins will have the hammer. As we look over on sheet 3, looks like Sarah Millay getting set to throw her last rock without hammer, and looks like Team Crawford has 3 in there. So.
Yeah, Sarah's looking at 3, but they're all behind the tee line. She's going to try and draw her last rock in front of the red at the back of the 8-foot, so if she can make a good freeze here, it would be undercover and make it difficult for Andrea to score more than 1. That's the way I see it at this point, but she's coming down the ice for further discussion with her mate.
Yeah, the front end weren't on the same page with that call.
They're looking at playing a hit and roll in, but I don't know. I think I like their first draw into the 2 corner guards, so that right at the back of the 8-foot is my choice.
So N5 underway here on our feature game. Lister being asked to come into the rings. And going up 4-2.
Very nice draw by Kendra right into the top 4 foot, which is what the skipper wanted.
Dasha Cormier is going to ask for Rachel Brewer to put up the corner guard.
We're going to the opposite side this end from the third end to try and change up some of the shots a little bit. It's always nice to mix up the opposition shots that they have to try and defend against, so you can change the ice and change the curl and not make it as routine for them as they would like. This Rocks needs a little work on the weight side to get over that hog line. I think they're going to just get it over, and they are.
Well, Leeds is still putting up big numbers. So Rachel Brewer, 97% through those 4 ends, as was Kendra Lister, also at 97%. And that's from Eric Marker, Mike Martin. Second stone, Kendra Lister.
Being asked to put up a tight center guard to block that shot stone they have in the top 4 foot.
That corner guard might just be high enough to block the out-turn draw to the button. So Ashley's going to ask Rachel Brewer to just make a little tap on that. Right stone. 4 foot. The sweepers working this one hard early.
Unfortunately for the Malay team, Kevin, on sheet 3, they took 4 in the third, but they gave 4 right back in the fourth to go down 9-4 after 4 ends in the Crawford-Malay game. Andrea Crawford 9, Sarah Malay 4.
So lots of offense on in that game. So Nicole Bishop being asked to put the guard back up here.
The Cousins team has lots of corner guards in play. Could be lots of opportunities depending on the placement of the center guards by the Quillian team.
So Nicole Bishop is at 78% through the first 4 ends.
Very nice guard. Leaves a little bit of space on the intern side to chip it out or freeze to it, but you have to play a good shot.
So Ashley Cormier asking Sarah Durley to give me a tap and tap this redstone back. They really dive into the center line.
They sure do, which is ideal.
Great shot there from Sarah Durley.
Yeah, very nice.
Sarah's at 66% through the first 4 ends.
Now Sylvia will try and remove that, but she has to be careful not to jam that yellow into the back red rock in the 8 foot.
Just asking for hack weight here from Nicole Bishop.
Nice looking shot here. They might get the jam, no. No, they just pushed it by. Very nice shot. Hit and roll under cover and avoided the jam at the back.
Great shot there from Nicole Bishop.
Just perfect weight on that shot.
So Sarah Durley being asked to hit this red one out.
Finishing nicely now, Kevin.
Yeah, that nice control weight.
Yeah, just perfect. Nicely done. I think they're sitting shot rock too, I think. But it is in the open.
So he's going to ask Melissa Adams to play hit and roll here. So Melissa's at 84% through 4 ends. They get the big roll.
Yeah, very nice roll by Melissa there to hit and roll right into the back 4 foot, totally buried. But there's room for the Cousins team to play a draw freeze right in the top 4 foot or to the button for shot.
Yeah, it is behind the tee line there, so it's a bit of a catcher. So Karen Cousins with her first shot here in the 5th end. Karen at 69% through 4 ends.
There's a decent looking line in this, Kevin. Depends on her weight. She's coming right in. Just a little draw tap to sit shot rock.
Good shot there from Karen Cousins.
Nice touch. Now Sylvia's going to try and come down the corner, freeze that. The edge of the button to sit shot on top of it.
Second rock of Melissa Adams here in the 5th end. Just trying to in-turn freeze.
This rock looks a little soft, Kevin.
Great job by the brushers to bring this down.
They drug it a long way, but not in there for shots. So Cousins' team has the whole 4 foot to work with. Try and score more than 1 point.
Yeah, Melissa was a little heavy on her draws in last end, so just made that adjustment. So Cousins sitting shot rock behind the tee line. With the amount of curl there after the hog line, I don't know. Is there room here to get one into the button area now?
Yeah, there is. You have to play it very tight to that corner guard. You just have to clear that on the inside of the rock. And I think it'll just haul right in there, right around that red, if they can throw the right weight.
So Karen Cousins with her last shot here in the 5th end.
This one here looks a little late as well. So they're going to have to find a way to get to that 4 foot to score 2 or more points. But they are shot rock at the back for now.
Might see Sylvie last open this middle and give herself a shot for the last one. There's not a lot there right now.
No, it's very tight now with that last yellow rock staying out in front on the center line. Has closed the hole off pretty good. I don't think you can get one in there now. She's going to have to figure something else out. either open it up or find a way to advance a red rock.
Yeah, so we had Karen Cousins at 69% through 4 ends, and Melissa Adams at 84%. And Sylvie Quillian getting ready to throw her first rock here in the 5th end with hammer. Oh, I'm sorry, without hammer.
Looks like they're going to try and slash in that red corner guard and chip the yellow outer back off the 4-foot.
Sylvie at 81% through 4 ends.
With that kind of ice, they're playing a heavy draw on this, Kevin. They're not going to run it in with takeout weight. They've got back in with that yellow, so if they can get the angle and bump it into the rings, if they get shot, they're going to be really hard to remove. Really wide, and it's not curling out that far, Kevin.
It's not doing anything out there at all.
No. They took too much ice. Quite nice weight, to be honest with you. Play a heavy draw tap. So now let's see if Ashley can figure out a way to get another point in there or two to score before the end of the end. She has a whole 4-foot to work with. It's just a matter of how to get in there. Timeout on sheet 4. So they're going to take some time and look the situation over.
Yeah, it looks like you could be number 2 by going around that yellow corner. So you could play the out turn, come around down the center line. Oh, both teams get 2 timeouts. So Team Cousins is one of the teams here that does not have a coach. So Team Quillian does have the opportunity for their coach to come out, Ellie Robichaud. And they'll be talking about their options. I guess the key here, Terry, is Team Cousins don't leave something that Sylvie can make a play off of.
Exactly. They need to find a way to get another yellow into that 4-foot and not leave Sylvie an opportunity on top of it.
So he still has that opportunity to try that raise again.
Yes, she does. I think Karen's only shot, from what I can see, is an in-turn tap in that corner guard into the 4-footer, just short of it. It's a little risky because they might open it up, but you have to do what you have. There's very few other opportunities.
You don't think the out turn come around is there?
No.
Just down the center line?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. In-turn tap in that yellow corner guard into the 4-foot. If they can get it right in underneath that top yellow and red, it's the top 4-foot, they can have a very good shot at 3 in this end, but it's a very difficult shot.
Teams are on the clock for this event. Both teams get 38 minutes of thinking time. Once the timeout expires, their shot clock will start to run.
So they're going really wide here, Kevin, trying to go around that corner guard.
So I tried the in-turn coming around. So Ashley Cormier with her first stone here. In the 5th end, she has hammer. Down 4-2.
That rock looks very late, Kevin. They had to go a long ways out. I must say it was curling really hard from the hog line in, but they were just light. But they've got 2 yellow guards over there to work with if they.
Yeah, that far out, bit of a guess on the weight.
So Silva's going to try the same shot. She's tightened up the ice here.
Yeah, so overall team percentages through the 4 rounds was Team Cousins was at 75 and Team Quillian 84%. Yeah, so big shot here by Silva here to put some pressure on. Sylvie's last shot here in the 5th end.
You played beautiful weight again, Kevin, but that one over curled a couple of inches. It's a hard line to perfect right there. That wide to hit a rock in the exact spot to get the right angle.
Yeah, the weight was very good.
Ashley's got an in-turn tap on that rock she just threw with back 4 weight just to knock it into the 4-foot to get 2 if she can find the right combination of weight and line.
Yeah, I think Team Cousins would be very happy going to the 5th end break, tied up or even just down 1.
Yeah, I think so. Game's only half over with lots of time and opportunity left.
Playing one of the favorite teams in the field, perennial Scotties champion. So hammer here in the 5th for Ashley Cornier. Trying the in-turn tap to get her deuce. Sweepers are working this one.
Yeah.
They need to work this hard, get it by. It's close.
Oh, just over curled a little bit. I think she was just a little light. Could have been very, very close to a good shot for 2. But she gets her 1 point. After 5 ends, the Quillian team leads the game 4-3 against the Cousins team from Thistle St. Andrews.
You're watching the New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts, brought to you by 360 Live, powered by Bell Alliant. The teams are going to take a 5-minute break, and so will we. So grab your Papa John's pizza, and we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Audio check. Audio check.
Here we go, Kevin, into the sixth end of the Quillian Cousins game. Quillian is leading 4-3.
Yeah.
She has the hammer in the sixth end.
Welcome back to the New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of the Hearts, brought to you by 360 Live, powered by Bell & Lion. I'm Kevin Cow, and I'm here with Terry Roach. And as Terry said, we're getting back into the sixth end of this game. So I think the Cousins team would be very happy going into that fifth end break, just trailing one.
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. It's the game is up for grabs at this point.
Young team playing the seasoned veterans, the perennial champions, and so a great showing here by this young team early.
Yeah. And on sheet 3, we've got the Crawford-Mallet game. Crawford has the hammer coming into the sixth end and is leading that game 9-5 over Sarah Mallet. And on sheet 1, the Levesque team is fighting to get on the board. They're losing 8-0 after 5 ends against the Como team. So Sharon has her work cut out for her in the second half of this game.
Yeah, Sharon Levesque in danger dropping to 0-3. And here in our feature games, so Rachel Brewer got center guard up. And then Kendra Lister, a little heavy on that draw attempt. Came to the back of the rings. So Ashley Cormier is going to ask Rachel Brewer to come around that guard.
She's coming on the wide side, which I kind of like. They can come around that slightly off center guard and put it into the top 8 foot, top 4 foot buried. It would be in a good position. Good looking line here, and the weight decent as well. Maybe just a hair light, but it's going to be in the rings. Should be at least half buried.
So Rachel having a strong game at 93% through the 5 ends.
Sylvia's indicating they can see half of that rock, so she's going to play another in-turn draw by Kendra. Her lead stone.
Yeah, so Kendra's currently 98% through the first 5 ends. So both leads having strong games. Team Quillian with the hammer.
Nice looking weight in the shot, Kevin. Just depends on how much it curls in under the guard.
So Team Quillian comes into this match at a record of 1-1. Team Cousins at 0-2. That's a great shot there by Kendra Lister. So second stone, Sarah Durley of Team Cousins being asked to make a play on that red stone in the 4-foot. Looks like this is going to overcurl onto the guard.
Very close. Yeah, just touched the guard.
And Sylvia will sweep that out the back.
Yeah, just slid off the back of the 12-foot there.
So Sylvia asking Nicole Bishop to play a little hit and roll here. Trying to lie 3 here.
I think it should finish enough, Kevin. It's going to be close. No, it looks like... Yep. Should just hang around. It's going to be close. Well, that's a fine shot.
Actually trying to sweep it out, but it will stick around, so...
Quillian now sitting 3.
With hammer. So Ashley Cormier asking Sarah Durley to play the hit. Maybe get lucky and make a double on that back one.
Another lazy handle here, Kevin, and lots of weight. It may not come. No.
Might get the back one.
Clip the back one. That's
Plan
a
B.
bonus. Yep. They weren't playing that chop, but they'll take it just to eliminate 1 red stone. Now Sylvia's going to call for a draw into the left-hand side of the rings as we face. Sit 3. Spread the rocks out as much as possible.
Yeah, the opportunity to get lots of separation on these red stones. So Nicole Bishop with her second stone here in the 6th end.
Looks like a sweeper's delight. They haven't had to lay a brush to it, and I think it's going to be okay for weight, Kevin. Yeah, right to the tee line. Well placed. There's a chance for a hit and roll double here, though. Some good firm weight.
Or at least roll over on top of it. So Karen Cousins with her first stone here in the 6th end. Pressure's working this hard. Great shot there from Karen Cousins.
That's a good shot to sit rock, shot rock right in front of that red, just on the tee line. Very nice shot, and it's even partially buried under the corner guard.
Well, Karen Cousins was 75% through those first 5 ends. So Melissa Adams. Melissa's at 85% through 5 ends. So that matchup at 3rd is getting a little closer.
They're playing a soft tap on that yellow. Looks like it's curling pretty hard, Kevin. Might clip that guard.
It's diving right to the guard. Super's doing a great job of holding it.
Just touched it. Very close to a nice shot. They did open it up and roll into the 8-foot for shot, though.
So actually asking Karen to hit this red stone on the inside and get some separation on her yellow stones. A little more weight this time from Karen Cousins.
Nice hit and stick to sit 2. And a very difficult double. If they want to try to achieve that, they'd have to hit that rock in the 8-foot very thin.
So Melissa Adams, her last shot here in the 6th end. Her team does have hammer.
Girls are sweeping it hard. Trying to keep the angle they're looking for the double, and they make it. Fine shot. They lose the shooter, but it was a very nice double. So they now sit 2. Very well done.
So it brings those red rocks back into play. They're back at the 12-foot. So Ashley Cormie's going to make a hit on this red rock here.
Now the Quillian team has a hammer, so they've got a 2-ender set up here. And Ashley's going to try and defend against that the best possible way. At least hold them to 1 if possible, so they don't go down any more than 2 in the game.
So Ashley's at 55% through 5 ends. She's faced a lot of difficult shots.
Fine shot there, hitting,
Yeah,
rolling to
great
the 8-foot a little bit. So played that one very well.
So Cousins team would hope for a hit and roll out here, so they can then take a shot at the other red stone and get out of this end. So Sylvie Quillian looking to hit and stick here. Sylvie is at 68% through 5 ends. Both skips have faced a lot of difficult shots. So it's kind of nice that they have this end where they're playing open hits.
Shot's looking pretty good, Kevin, for a hit and stick to sit 2. Yeah, very nicely done by Sylvie.
No double opportunity there.
She's got to ideally hit and roll into the center a little bit and change the shot up somewhat. And make it a little more challenging for Sylvie to hit and stick for 2 on her last rock to go up 6-3. So we'll see how this works out for her.
Overall team percentages through 5 ends. So Team Cousins was 74 and Team Quillian was 83.
Ashley playing the out turn in the shot.
So Ashley's last shot here
I think it's looking pretty
in
good.
the 6th end.
Well, that's a nice shot. Rolled out a little tiny bit, just to change the shot up somewhat, but she still shot, which is the most important thing. So Sylvie has to remove this rock and stick to get her 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points would be big here in the 6th end. Take a 3-point lead. Have that hammer control when the even ends. MB Curling would like to thank its partners, Kruger Products, makers of Scotties, Papa John's Pizza, Sims Home Hardware, and the province of New Brunswick. These events aren't possible without our partners, so thank you.
Here comes the last throw of the end by Sylvie with the hammer. They're working it hard, but I think they're looking pretty good, and they are good. Hit and stick for 2 by Sylvie Quillian to get up 6-3 in the game after 6 ends.
Looking over at sheet 3, looks Sarah's without hammer, but she's gonna force the Crawford team to look at 3 here on their last shot.
She came up a little late, but she's sitting 2, I think, Kevin. Yep. Andrea's going to have to play a cold draw, I would say, through some form of a hole to the 4-foot if she wants to get her point.
And Team Como with the looks like they still have that 8-0 lead, playing the 6th end.
Sharon is line 3 over there, Kevin. So she's got the Como team facing some yellow rocks for the first time in the game, I think.
So Sylvie asking Kendra Lister, come top 4 here in the 7th end with a 3-point lead over Team Cousins. You're watching the New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts, brought to you by 360 Live, powered by Bell Lion. So, looks like Kendra is at 94% through 6 ends. Rachel Brewer, lead for Team Cousins. She's at 74% through those 6 ends.
Key shot here by Andrea Crawford on sheet 3. Kevin drawn against 2 yellows into the 4-foot to try and get her 1 point, maintain control of the game.
I'm sorry, I misread our stats keeper. His 9s and his 7s don't look very close here. Rachel's actually at 94% as well, so both leads are at 94%.
Sarah Malley just stole 1 point in the 6th end to reduce her deficit to 3 points. She's now losing that game 9-6 against Andrea Crawford.
Kendra Lister with her 2nd shot, being asked to put the guard up.
A nice looking shot by Kendra. She's been throwing some very nice guards today with really nice line protecting rocks in the 4-foot that she's placing. Yeah, very nice shot.
Yeah, great battle here at lead. And Ashley's asking Rachel Brewer to come around that guard. She's just coming up, just coming to a freeze onto that rocking 4-foot.
Not a bad shot. Yellow sitting right in front of that red on the 4-foot that can be advanced later in the end or jammed.
Sylvie Quillian asking Nicole Bishop throw up another guard. Nicole's at 85% through 6 ends. So the team, we're getting into it early in this end here. Lots of rocks in play, Terry.
Absolutely. Well, there could be opportunities for both teams here depending on how it works out. 3 guards out front and a couple of rocks in the rings.
And Ashley's asking Sarah Durley to peel that guard off that was just thrown. Sarah's at 67% through 6 ends. Looks like she's got a good peel here.
Yeah, very nice peel.
So Sylvie's asking for Nicole to get rid of that corner guard. Try to flop over and leave the shooter as a guard.
Yeah, I like that play. We've got to keep it as clean as they can because all of those guards are friends of the Cousins team. Good looking shot here. Yeah, that worked out very well.
Okay. So great shot there from Nicole Bishop.
Ashley now has a chance though to make a double and sit 2.
That's a Nicole 85 through 6 ends. So that's a big number. Sarah Durley at 67%. She's getting ready to throw her second rock here in the 7th end.
Looking a little wide here, Kevin. It's got lots of weight, so I'd hit the wrong guard and rolled over across the rings.
Yeah, Sarah's been a little wide on her out turns.
Sylvie's going to try and hit that yellow just on the broom side of the rock and make it go away and leave her 2 reds in the rings.
Yep, 3. Sylvie, see yellow rock, wants to hit a yellow rock. So Melissa Adams. Melissa's at 85 through 6 ends.
Good looking shot here. Yeah, worked out perfectly. Get rid of a red too because they don't want smaller quantity of rocks in the rings the better for jams and freezes that the other team can take advantage of.
So Karen Cousins, their first shot here in the 7th end. Karen is at 79% through 6 ends. Just trying to play a little hit and roll.
Good shot here, but she's not going to get quite the roll she wanted.
So Sylvie Quillian will ask Melissa to play a little hit and roll here. Try to roll away from that middle.
Looks like it's on a good line, Kevin. They're going to get exactly what they'd hoped for. A little hit and roll out wide, separate the rocks.
Yeah, great shot there from Melissa.
Well played in. They have no guards out front that the Cousins team can take advantage of, so they've got to try and do some freezing here. Hope for some mistakes.
Karen Cousins, last shot here in the 7th end. Trying to freeze.
Rock's starting to make a good move now, but I'm not sure it's going to curl enough, Kevin, to get in front of that red. No, it's not. It is in a bit of a sneaky spot, though. It's just in behind the red slightly, so if a rock happens to overcurl slightly, it'll chip the red out front and leave the yellow in play.
Yeah, it's forcing Sylvie to deal with it. Sylvie at 73% through those first 6 ends. So let's try and make this yellow rock go away. We have a final on sheet 1. So it looks like it was 8-2 for Team Como over Team Levesque.
Como goes to 2-1. Levesque goes to 0-3 in the standings.
So Sylvie Quillian with her first shot here without hammer in the 7th end, trying to make this cousin stone go away.
Yep, she's going to be successful, Kevin. She's going to hit and roll away and leave no backing. The back 12 foot that can be used by the Cousins team.
So at this point in the tournament, Terry, is 3 losses too many?
Maybe a tiebreaker if they can win their next 3, Kevin. I think their backs are up against the wall now, though. They've got to win their next 3 games.
2. They have two round-robin games left, correct.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, 2. Yeah, 16 field.
Yeah, 16 field, 2 and 3 is still a tiebreaker possibility.
Yeah, it is. But
4 would be too many.
absolutely.
So Ashley Cormier is going to try the freeze attempt here and manufacture a deuce, a skipper's deuce. Ashley calling 63% through 6 ends.
This rock is staying wide as well. They've been taking a little too much ice on these calls, Kevin. And that one was slightly heavy, so Sylvie will now have a chance to draw number 3 and or bury one on that under that red on the top 12 foot and really put the pressure on here against Ashley. Quite an important end to stay in the game or lose control of it totally.
Yeah, certainly Ashley will have to get her one here. Sylvie Quillian with her last shot here in the 7th end. Trying to lie 3. Put some extra pressure on Ashley Cormier for her last one.
Absolutely. Nice line on this, depending on the weight. It should finish into the 4 foot quite nicely. That's a nice shot. It's almost wide open, but it's could be quite precise on this to get their 1 point, Kevin.
Yeah, no hesitation there from Ashley Cormier. Put the broom down. I've been impressed with the job Ashley's done today, skipping this game. Certainly hasn't been out-skipped by the veteran. She shows lots of confidence and not afraid to go for it. Overall, the team percentages were 76% for Team Cousins and 84% for Team Quillian through 6 ends. So Ashley Cormier trying to hit and stick here to stay in this game. A little on and off, so it must be close.
Yeah, I think she's got a fine shot.
Yeah.
Very fine shot for one. That was very important.
You're watching the New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts, brought to you by 360 Live, powered by Bell Alliant.
Yeah, the Quillian team now has a 6-4 lead after 7 ends. Cousins team will have hammer in the 8th. Lots of good curling left, Kevin.
Yes, and we've seen the leads get the guards up, and so if the second stones follow it up, there's certainly an opportunity here for the Cormier team to steal. So Rachel Brewer being asked again to put up the guard. And the guard's made by Rachel Brewer.
Yep, nice guard. A little high, but on the center line nicely, which is very important.
Over on sheet 3, it looks like Andrew Crawford has a draw for 2 or 3 here in the 7th end. Take a stranglehold on that game. So
Good looking draw by Kendra Lister here, Kevin. Very nice line. They need to drag it a little bit, but she's been very consistent with her weights all game.
yeah, it's been a great battle at lead through 7 ends. Rachel Brewer's at 93% and Kendra Lister at 95%. Those are national caliber numbers. So Rachel Brewer being asked to come in and play a freeze on this.
Yeah, definitely playing a draw. Freeze would be a good shot for sure. Looks like it's a little late. We're going to have to work it hard, and it's also over curling. So another guard is not a horrible thing. So they need to steal badly in this 8th end.
Yeah, this
Stay
is
in the game.
must-steal situation.
Yeah. Crawford got her 2 in the 7th on the Crawford Mallet game to go up 11-6 after 7 ends for Andrea Crawford.
So we wouldn't be surprised to see Sarah Mallet come back with a 4-ender there and make that close game.
The game's been back and forth. Lots of rocks in play. Actually, Andrea got a 3-ender in that 7th end.
I wonder if they know the rocks are only worth 1 each.
I think they've got to make an adjustment on the score because Andrea was at 9 to go up 12-6. So up 6 points after 7 should be a pretty comfortable lead.
Yeah, another good shot there from Kendra to block off that 4-foot area. Now Ashley Cormier asking Sarah Durley to make a play on that red rock that was just thrown.
No, the scorekeeper has changed the score again on the Crawford game. Let's see what he puts up. He's changed the score a couple of times. Okay, he is putting up a 2-ender in the 7th for an 11-6 lead for Crawford.
So Sarah Durley's at 68% through 7 ends.
So he's going to ask to have some guards removed and open things up a little bit to try and eliminate any steal opportunities for her opposition.
Nicole Bishop at 88% through 7 ends. So we're going to peel off the top one.
Yeah, nice peel.
So Ashley has to steal here. If she comes in the rings, that guard's coming off.
Yeah, I'd be guarding right to the end.
Yeah.
If it was me, she still has the whole 4-foot open. She's
Yeah.
going to play a draw to the top reds, which is okay, but I'd be going for a guard myself. But she seems confident in what she's doing. This will be one of those calls that you can throw a freeze, but a guard's fine to miss on the pro side. She is coming in. It's going to be just a little draw, tap, freeze. Now Sylvie's going to try and hit and stick there, or hit and roll in a little bit. And Karen's going to have limited access to the 4-foot.
So second stone here from Nicole Bishop. Gonna try and hit and get the inside flop here.
That's fine. Now Ashley's got to make some choices.
She's gonna ask Karen Cousins to make a play on that red rock that's on the center line there, just in the 8-foot. And just try to get to the inside of it. The brushers have to work this one.
Yeah, it's really moving. They threw a softer weight at it. She was on the broom, but she underthrew it slightly, and that caused it to overcurl for what they're hoping for. Now it's opened right up with 3 reds in the rings. Not an ideal steal situation.
So Karen Cousins at 79% through 7 ends. So Melissa Adams. Melissa's at 88% through 7 ends. Just drawing another one in here.
Yeah.
Live 4.
We're working at it, just sliding along. I think they're going to be high in the rings, but sitting 4. Well, Ashley's got to figure something out here to get some yellow stones in there. Get shot rock somehow for a hopeful steal of any kind.
So asking Karen Cousins to play the hit and roll. Try to roll over to the middle to the shot stone.
She's a little out on this one, Kevin, with lots of weight. That's not what they had hoped for at all. The rings are getting redder and redder, Kevin. But the more rocks in play, the more chances to hit and roll, freeze, whatever, to try and get their yellow rocks into play.
Looks like Ashley still has an out-turn draw to that shot between those 2 reds.
I would agree.
So that's she can make that little tap back and she'll force Sylvie to play the run back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Ideally, if you could save it to the end, and
I would do it immediately if it was me. Based on this situation, I would try and get that shot rock in there, or get number 2 anyway.
it might be all she has right now.
So they can find a way to even hold Quillian to 1. They're still in the game, being 3 down with 2 ends to go.
And she's looking at the hit and roll again here. If she does double off that one that's on the button, she will have a freeze opportunity on that red rock that's on the tee line. So, and if she doesn't make the double, she might have two options: that outturn freeze onto the freeze tap onto the one on the button, or freeze on.
That's the shot that I think is their biggest opportunity. That outturn draw tap.
So Ashley Cormier here with her first rock here in the 8th end. Trailing 2, trying to keep from giving up a big end. She's close.
Well, it's a nice little hit and roll. Sitting number 2.
Great shot there from Ashley Cormier.
Sylvie's going to try and just hit the red center line side of nose and run it right back onto the yellow, which would be the easiest way to remove that yellow stone.
I think Ashley would be happy that she's forced Sylvie to make a play on that rock.
Yeah, it was a nice shot. It really was.
So Sylvie Quillian here with her first shot here in the 8th end. She does have hammer.
She looks pretty good, Kevin. It should finish up. No, it didn't curl enough. They have those little spinners they throw, and they don't curl like I normally see the rocks curl. She didn't miss the broom by that much. This is a big break.
Yeah, so little discussion about whether to play the draw tap here or just a hit and roll away.
They're playing the hit with that ice, but they can hit and roll under that red slightly.
Yeah, this was Ashley's preference. So Ashley Cormier with her last shot here now has an opportunity to get out of this end without giving up multiple points. Be pretty hard to make a draw tap there and not leave some type of double for Sylvie.
Good looking line on this one. She throws a softer rotation, so she gets a little more curl out of her rocks than Sylvie does.
Yeah, nice shot there.
Yeah, that's perfectly played, to be honest with you. So now Sylvie's facing 2. Three shots ago, they were line 4, so Ashley's made some real inroads here.
Yeah, two great shots there by the skipper to keep the team in it. Sylvie Quillian with the hammer. Runs of Curling would like to thank its partners, Kruger Products, makers of Scotties, Papa John's Pizza, Sims Home Hardware, and the province of New Brunswick.
Here it comes. I think this one looks pretty close, Kevin. No, rolls out and they steal one. That was the point that Ashley needed to stay in this game. She's now down 6-5.
Wow, yeah, great shooting there by the skipper. They forced an error.
Yep. high risk of giving up a 4-ender and having the game ended, but they found a way to steal a point, and they're still very much in this game, Kevin.
Yeah, so that just might be the 360 Live turning point, Terry. As we look over to sheet 3, looks like Sarah Malay's in a little bit of trouble over there, but it's an opportunity to...
Yeah, she can get a half a rock of that yellow on the inside. She'll get a double, and she'll sit 3 with one rock very much under cover.
We'll be back here tonight at 7 o'clock for draw 4. That will certainly, Terry, shake things out in terms of playoff opportunities and tiebreakers.
Yeah, we've got Sarah Malay playing against Sylvie Quillian.
And for commentators, we have fan favorite Sean Thompson, who will be here with his dad, Steve Thompson.
Sarah Malay made quite a shot over there, Kevin. She made that hit and roll in, and now she lies 3.
Yeah, great shot there from Sarah Malay.
2 for sure, maybe number 3, but it looks like the red may have number 3 at the back. But Andrea's got to be careful here. She could give up another 3 or 4-ender after being up a bunch. There's been lots of 3 and 4-enders by both teams in this game today.
Yeah, it's been crazy. So in our feature game, Rachel Brewer threw up great center guard to lead things off, and Kendra Lister being asked to play the come around. This one might slide a little bit behind the tee line. That's right to the button.
I'd mentioned for tonight's draw, Kevin, at 7 o'clock, we've got Malay against Quillian, and we've got Cousins against Como, and Crawford against Levesque. Those are the 3 matches for tonight at 7 o'clock here at the Riverside Country Club.
Yeah, so if you're not able to make it down to the club, catch us on 360 Live. If you are in the neighborhood, drop in. There's great viewing here in the club.
Andrea Crawford just made a great hit and roll into the button there, Kevin, to sit shot.
And in our game, Rachel Brewer came up a little short on that freeze attempt, but she did leave it high, so that's still in a good position for Team Cousins.
Absolutely. Well, the Cousins team, they're fighting hard to stay in this game, and 2 ends left. Anything can happen.
Yeah, great showing by this young team. So Kendra puts up a guard on that in-turn side, so things are shaping up here for Team Cousins to get another steal. Sarah Durley being asked to bring one into the button.
Yep, good opportunity here, Kevin.
Yeah, you just don't want to be heavy here. As long as even if you're short and leave another guard.
Absolutely. Got to miss on the pro side and keep your rocks in play. She is sliding a little deep on this, though. Okay. Good shot by the Quillian team to sit 2 there, Kevin. Hammer in the 9th. Ashley's calling for a draw freeze. got lots to work with here. She's got 3 guards out front, or 2 guards in the top 12 shot, and then she's got the 2 raids in the 4-foot to work with for freeze and tap opportunities for more hopeful steal points.
Yeah, chance here for Sarah Durley to bury this one right to the button.
The game on sheet 3 is just ended, Kevin. Andrea Crawford stole 1 in the 8th to go up 13-6 against Sarah Mallet. So Andrea Crawford goes to 3-0. Sarah Mallet goes to 2-1. Sylvia's calling for some guard clearance here now to try and open things up. She sits shot on the button in front of one of Ashley Stone's, but those guards are Ashley's friends and not Sylvie, so she wants to keep things as clear as possible to avoid further steals.
And so Nicole Bishop will be asked to clean this up. Little discussion there between Melissa and Sylvia and how they want to play this. So Nicole Bishop trying to get rid of these yellow stones, top of the house. It's close.
That's a fine shot. It didn't completely peel away the shooting rock, but it cleaned off those 2 yellows at the top of the rings. Now Ashley's going to figure out which is the best way to draw a tap or hit that red.
Draw tap is difficult with those rocks so close to the center line.
Yeah, it certainly is. And she's calling lots of ice here, so they're going to have to paper that guard, and I'm not sure they can hold the line they'd like to have there. Soft weight.
You'll probably end up on the angle of that red.
Well, if they feather that guard, or just rub it and push it aside a little bit and then slide into the rings, that wouldn't be a bad option.
They're close.
Hit it just a little thicker than it would have worked a lot better for them with just a slight movement of that red rock and then skirt into the rings.
Yeah, just a little more weight, I think, than they
Yeah, it was heavy.
want to throw.
It was definitely heavy.
So Melissa Adams with her first shot here in the 9th end. Team Quillian with a 1-shot lead. It looks like it's going to come right down to a Terry. Just a little bit short.
Yeah,
Top 8.
Not a bad looking shot. So that yellow sitting right behind the red. There's no double because of the jam. If I was Ashley, I would be tempted just to play a back 8 draw and just tap that red back a little bit and leave your yellow sitting right there. More back in the better. Try and force a mistake by Sylvie's team.
So Karen Cousins with her second shot here in the 9th end.
She's going to hit and roll away, I think, Kevin. Hung in the rings and left the 2 rocks in the 4-foot exposed again.
Sylvie having a look there to see who's number 3. So asking Melissa Adams to bring another one in here.
This one might overcurl a little bit, maybe. We'll see how the sweepers can hold the line. It's a little higher too. It might give Ashley a little room to work with. Tiny little bit of room maybe to come around and just tap it slightly.
She's also looking at that run back there. Might be spring loaded there.
They are lined up pretty good. I don't think they'll remove the red, but they might jiggle them around a little bit and create some more space to get shot on one of her rocks.
And there's also the out turn come around.
Yeah, those are the two options. She's down to 2 shots here. Her 2 shots are left. And looks like she's going to play the out turn draw. Try and get into that button with a slight tap and get shot, or a good number 2.
I'm going to call timeout and talk about it.
Yeah, they might be reconsidering that run back and jiggle things around. If they can get that red moved off the button a little bit, they might create some more space.
I like trying that draw right now. It looks like she can get shot rock.
I'm going to go with the other option. I would run that guard in now and jiggle things around and create 2 ways to get in for the last rock to get shot. That would be my choice.
It looks like that's what they've decided to go with.
Yeah, I like that. If they can push that red over to the right a little bit and just sort of at the back of the button, and they can get at it from both sides of that guard on their last shot, because they're desperate for another point right now. Tie the game up, and then anything can happen in the 10th.
So Ashley Cormier here with her first rock here in the 9th end. Trailing one point to Team Quillian without hammer.
She's not throwing a lot of weight. She's just playing kind of a heavy draw. It's curling. Will it curl enough to get to the nose of the red? Yes, it will. Just about. No, it just didn't get quite the angle they wanted, Kevin.
It's a very precise shot.
Yeah. I thought they would have played some weight and jiggled things around and moved those 2 rocks around. And now Sylvie comes in just under that center line red rock into the top 8 foot. She's in wonderful position.
This may force Ashley to angle in that yellow corner.
Yeah. But at this stage of the game, we'll just see where Sylvie puts her draw. She could draw right on top of those and sit 2, but if she chips and flops a little bit, she could create an opportunity for Ashley. So it's a tricky little shot.
So Sylvie Quillian here with her first shot here in the 9th end. She does have hammer. Just trying to take away this shot from the opposition. Lie 2.
Good looking line, but it's it might be just a hair warm. It might come in a little deep. If it just chips and flops a little bit, it might create a chance for Ashley. Sitting 2. Ashley might be able to play a back 4 draw, get shot maybe.
Yeah, it looks close. Yeah, it's not much hesitation there, so Ashley feels she can get right in there. we unfortunately don't have an overhead camera for this telecast, so can't tell exactly what the angles are down there. So it does look like she does have a draw to the button here, Terry. And
It's a tight little shot, but if she papers that center guard, it'll come in there enough with just back 4 weight. She might be able to pull it off.
yeah, she did a great job last end, forcing a mistake out of the Quillian team, and looking to try and repeat that feat here. The outturn come around.
She's got tap weight, Kevin, I believe. It's got some curling to do. Oh, it's not going to curl enough, Kevin, I don't think.
Oh, it's just going to hang out there.
No, it's going to give Sylvia a draw for 3 to the 4 foot. It was one of those little wide, little heavy shots.
Take this opportunity to thank the New Brunswick Curling Partners, Kruger Products, makers of Scotties, Papa John's Pizza, Sims Home Hardware, in the province of New Brunswick. So Sylvie Quillian with a chance here to pretty much wrap this up with a 3-pointer. She makes this draw.
Her split was good, Kevin. If the ice stays consistent, line's good. Sweepers are sweeping it, but they're not killing it. But it's a fine-looking shot.
Yeah, great draw there from Sylvie Quillian.
Right to the tee line, right to the button.
So that's a 9-5 lead. So the Cousins team's talking about whether they're going to play on or shake.
They've hung right in this game, right to this point, Kevin.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed with the way this young team's played, and I think we'll be hearing lots from these girls in the future. If they do go on to lose this game, they'll drop to 0-3. But still have a chance to make a tiebreaker. We talked about. We think 3 losses will still get you in.
Looks like they're going to play well the game. You know, a 4-ender is certainly, we've seen a few 4-enders this weekend. Can't give up yet. You've got 8 rocks left to play, and
Yeah.
hopefully get lots of guards up and see what happens.
So we have percentages through 9 ends at lead. We got Rachel Brewer at 90% for Team Cousins, and for Team Quillian, we've got Kendra Lister at 92%. So
Okay. Strong game by Kendra.
Sarah Durley, 67% for Team Cousins, and Nicole Bishop at 89%. And at third, 76 for Karen Cousins and 83 for Melissa Adams. And at skip, Ashley Cormier at 61 and Sylvie Quillian 72. Overall percentages 84 for Team Quillian and 74 for Team Cousins. Skipped by Ashley Cormier.
Corner guard called for here, Kevin, which is what they need.
Yep.
Couple of good corners to hide under.
Team Quillian threw their first one through and going to throw the next one through. No rocks in play. So I'll be sure to tune in for the 7 p.m. draw for another exciting telecast brought to you by Sean Thompson on 360 Live. And between games, lots of time to get in your Papa John's order.
corner guard requested for the other side of the sheet.
And we've got lots of food and beverages here at the club. You want to come on down early? So Rachel Brewer being asked to throw up another corner.
This one's a little high, but anything over the hog line and in front of the rings can be your friend when you've got hammer and need points. Sylvie's asking her to throw another rock through the rings because she doesn't want any rocks in play. Keep it as open as possible. Now Ashley's going to start calling rocks in the ring. She's 6 rocks left and she needs to score on 4 of them if at all possible. So
Sarah Durley being asked to come around the guard. So tonight's game will be Crawford versus Levesque on 360 Live.
good looking shot here, Kevin. Well played under the corner guard, right to the tee line.
Yeah, so his Cousins team hanging tough right to the end. And Silva going to get up there and start peeling these guards off. So Nicole Bishop with the peel. And the
Good
peel's
shot.
made.
Yep, very nice shot. Drawn to the other side by Ashley. That's the call. No, I guess she's going to call for one more corner. Nope, changed her mind. Got to get the rocks in the rings. Hope for errors on the other side.
Yeah, at this point, you're hoping for misses from the opposition. Not a great situation to be in, but that's the hand that's been dealt. So Sarah Durley with the come around attempt.
Nice draw. It's in the open, but it's in the rings.
So Silva take a shot at the double here. First shot here by Melissa Adams here in the 10th end. Leading by 4, so just asking Melissa to mop this up.
Not quite. Good attempt. Good attempt.
So I'm just going to ask Karen Constanella to come around that guard. The winner of this New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts will advance to the National Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, February 15th to the 23rd.
Yeah, It should be a great event. Saskatchewan is one of the curling hotbed provinces in Canada, and Moose Jaw is a big sporting town, so every ladies team in the country will have a great trip to Moose Jaw, I guarantee it.
Yeah, and looking at the field here this week, will be New Brunswick will be well represented. So that guard's really high, so pretty hard to get something completely buried. But
Yes.
Nice weight there from Karen Cousins. So Melissa being asked to take this out.
Did the job.
So Karen Cousins being asked to try to place this rock a little better behind the guard. So nice weight here again by Karen. They just didn't get the line.
Well, that's not in a bad spot. It's very jammable. They've got a rock over biting the 12-foot, so Sylvie has to be careful here.
So Sylvie's first rock here in the 10th end. To remove this stone and run Team Cousins out of rocks. I'd like to thank our camera crew here at 360 Live. Thank our stats keeper, Mike Martin.
It's curling, but I think they're going to, well, it's going to be close. Well, look at that. Played a very good shot. Remove that rock, and that should eliminate the Cousins team, skipped by Ashley Cormier, from this game. So they go to 0-3, Kevin. Quillian team goes to 2-1. And tonight's play, as we mentioned before, is at 7 p.m. We've got Sarah Mallet playing Sylvie Quillian. Karen Cousins, her next opponent, will be Justine Como. And the TV game tonight on Live 360 will be Andrea Crawford against Sharon Levesque.
Yeah, so a big game there for the Levesque team to avoid going to 4 losses. Great showing here by Team Cousins. Impressed what I saw from those young girls, and of course Sylvie Quillian, team solid. Obviously the favorite here this week. So look forward to the rest of the weekend. Thanks again, Terry, for being here. A lot of fun here today, and look forward to doing it again.
Yes, thank you, Kevin. Enjoyed it myself, and we'll look forward to all our viewers tuning in tonight at the Riverside Country Club here in Rothsay, New Brunswick.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.